Alright, y'all. I'm at the office, right? I've been sorting out my life. Okay, first things first. I know it's like 4 or 5-ish days into Vlogmas, but I'm only just now making my plan for Vlogmas. But it's good to know that there is a plan, okay? Because even if you come to the party late, we celebrate we've come to the party at all, right? Okay, so here's my plan. Here's my Vlogmas ideas, okay? Put them together, all in one place, from various, like, do you ever do this? You're on the toilet, like at a restaurant or something, and you have a thought, and you put it in a note in your phone, like in the Notes app. Anyway, like loads of these are just random notes on my phone. Put them all in one place, okay? And start out a calendar, right? So these are like things that are happening through the month where I'm not gonna be able to like do stuff, you know, like I've got to do like an NBA dinner event thing. One of the days I'm not gonna be able to do anything, so I've got to come up with like a plan to do something like before then, or like a short thing in the morning or whatever. Same with things like I've got to do the festive run, like I'm running like a 10k. Also like loads of things like I'm out for drinks with people, or I've got like my like work's Christmas party, stuff like that. So I've put them in roughly. Also on the 21st, 22nd, 20th. God, I better check that. I've got a flight home. We're going home for Christmas to Seattle. So I've had to sort of lay it all out. I think it looks gorge. But also I can move some stuff around if I need to, okay? Because we're not married to this plan. We're easy. We're easy breezy. Okay. Next things I've been sorting out, right? My Welsh class. I am chronically underprepared for my Welsh class every time it comes around. It comes to Wednesday and it's like, shit, there's a Welsh class. I didn't do any of the shit that I need to do in preparation for that. So on top of it now, I printed out my shiz, okay? Printed out all my like Welsh stuff for this coming one. And I'm gonna do the homework right now. Look, I've got a pencil. Branded and everything. Like smoking. Okay. Next thing as well that I had to do, zines, right? Printed out some zines, got everything ready to go. I'm gonna fold them now while I tune into a works meeting. Okay, I don't think that my participation is required. I feel that I can just be in the background of this meeting, quietly folding zines. This has come about because I'm gonna sell them in a zines shop. What? So I've not sold them ever before. I've only ever traded them, okay, or given them away to people, blah, blah, blah. Or I sold them on Etsy for a little bit, but it wasn't for a profit. It was really just sort of like to cover costs for like posts and stuff like that. So last month, a couple weeks ago, I did a zines fair. I signed up to like do a communal table, and I put in something like 35 zines to be sold at the communal table, and I sold 28 of them. £28 pure profit. I sold them all for £1. So the person who was running it, she owns a bookshop stall thing in Cardiff called I can't think of this thing, Shelf Life. It's called Shelf Life. I love it there. It's brilliant. Like all of the books that are there, I would read literally any one of them. Like there are no books there I think that I would wait like against reading. Beautifully cultivated. Also she puts loads of zines in it, and I love the zines that are there. Like some of the artists. So she was like, afterwards, she was like, oh, do you want to come, get your money, get your zines, blah, blah, and also, do you want to chat about selling your zines in my shop? She's like, any one of these, I would be happy to have them in my shop. So we chatted about it, and I needed to restock, obviously, because that depleted, the fair, like, depleted my whole stock. So I've got all my printing and everything ready to go. Fold my zines out. I think some of the ones didn't do so well. Which was sad because one of them was my favorite one and it didn't go very far. Also one of them I don't really like so much. I feel like it's not my best work, but it sold out, okay, and there were loads of them. So I'm gonna sort of like pick the zines that I do based on that and then see what happens. Okay, let's go. making peanut butter toast. Because I have to go to run club here in like an hour. And I'm starving, but I don't want to eat loads. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to run on like loads of food. Anyway, so speaking of run club and speaking of zines earlier today, I feel like our discussion for today should be hobbies. Okay, a reflection of like a review of the year in hobbies. The hobbies that I've started anew this year and grown to love just newly this year, and also the ones that have died a death this year. Okay, the Hobbies Graveyard. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, that's enough. So I've started this year and have fallen in love with, okay, zines. And this started with Vlogmas last year when I said, guys, I need a new hobby for the new year. Do you have anything to suggest? And Bert at Pastory Time was just randomly like, maybe zines. Maybe we should do zines. And I was like, I'll give that a go. And it's amazing. Zines are fantastic fun, okay? And I just recently sold loads of zines at the zine fair. And now I'm going to get them all ready and I'm going to sell them. Like, zines have changed my life. Okay, thank you, Bert. That was an amazing suggestion. If you have any other suggestions for me, things that you think I should do, I feel like you've got the magic. And if you were to suggest, say, you know, underwater pottery or something, I would try it. I would do that for you because I feel like you have magical hobby suggesting powers. Another one, which I did not think was going to be a thing, and which also I have a love-hate relationship with still, is running. Okay, so I used to run when I was younger in high school and like in my 20s and stuff, and then I gave it up because honestly running sucks. It's not great. But then my mom this year, like in May or whatever, she was like, I want to do the Cardiff Half Marathon. Will you do it with me? And I was like, yes. I did not want to say yes to that. I did not want to do that. But I was like, well, I feel like, you know, if she wants to do it, she wants to come to Cardiff. Like, I feel like we gotta do it. So I did it. And it was fucking banging. It was so cool. Like, to be fair, the conditions for it were amazing. Like, so 1st of October, it was unseasonably warm as a day, but you know, because it's October, it's not too warm. Like, the crowd was amazing. Like, everyone was out. It wasn't raining. Like, everyone was like cheering, and like you've got your name on your like bib thing, and everyone's like, go Heather, and like everyone's getting so into it. And I thought we weren't gonna make it. 13 miles. I've never run that far before. I was like, we're gonna be on the bus, like the sweeper bus that comes around after the time has ended and you've lost and now you have to get on the bus because you suck. I thought our main goal was to just not be on the bus, you know? It was to finish it in time before they pack the finish line away, you know? But we ended up doing amazing. Like, my mom had an issue with like her shoe or something, or like her foot. Oh my god, the dog now. The dog, hold on. Like, does somebody say peanut butter? Does somebody smell peanut butter? Anyway. Okay, so my mom had like a foot issue or like a shoe problem or something. It kept messing up, like new shoes or new inserts, or like her foot kept jamming up. I don't really know. So we kept having to stop for that. And that's fine, okay? We're not like huge racers. We're not like in it to win it. So I didn't mind stopping. Like, I'm a bit like a lazy. I like the break. And we ended up, even with all those stops, finishing in exactly 3 hours, which is way better than I thought I'd do. So now I'm like, oh, if we didn't have like a foot problem or a shoe issue or whatever, you know, and we like trained a bit more and we got really into it, maybe we could bust it to like, I don't know, like cut like 5-10 minutes off, maybe. Oh my god, Maisie, you are so demanding. Do you hear her whining in the background? Like, in case I've forgotten that she likes toast. Here. I should keep her busy for a while. It sticks to the top of her mouth. She eats it for ages. Anyway, they do this thing. The Cardiff Half is part of like a series of halves. So there's like 6 of them or something. One of them's in Berlin. One of them's in Copenhagen. One of them's, I think, Milan or something. And you can do all 6 and then get like a super medal that you've done all 6. It's massive and it has all the cities on it. So I think me and Mom should do the Berlin one next. Like, we suggested it and we were down for it, but then like we haven't talked about it since then, so I don't know if she's bowed out. Okay, but I feel like we should do it. And I joined this running club, the Albany Road Running Club, and it's banging. It's amazing. Everyone's so nice. Like, they have social runs where you don't run fast, you just have a chill run and you like chat to people about everything. And they know about all the races coming up. So because they're gonna do this like 10K in a couple weeks in December, like the festive 10K or whatever, I'm gonna do it too. I've signed up for it and I'm so excited. Like, my running has dropped off because, dear God, it's cold outside and it's dark and why is it so wet? So I wasn't running as much as I was running before the winter. So I'm getting like now a bit worried about my 10K prowess. But I still have 2 weeks. Maybe if I just rip it out, like get it going. Anyway, it'll start with run club tonight. So I'm glad I joined that run club, because also it was just voted, or it was just decided that it's the best run club in Wales. It's like earned this medal or something with Welsh athletics. And I believe it. It's a very good club. The coach guy, Cardiff Dave, he's very cool. I very much like him. Jesus. Fine. Have that. Also, I'm going to count yoga for this year. Like, I know I started the journey into the yoga business, you know, before this year. But this year I was like, I'm going to go every week. I'm going to go regular, like, and I've done it. I've stuck to it pretty much the whole year. Like, if I couldn't go for some, like, reason I, you know, was away or whatever, or I couldn't get childcare for my kid or whatever, then I didn't go. But mostly, I went every time I could possibly go, even when I was hungover. So, you know, boom. Boom on that. Good yoga year. Okay. Hobbies that died. Okay. RIP post-crossing. Okay. It's been nearly a year since I even accessed the website. So I was really into this for years, where you make postcards or find postcards or whatever, and you sign up and you send them to strangers, and then strangers send them to you, and it's all over the world. I used to get ones from like Russia, like China, like South Africa. Like, I get them from all over the world, and I'd send them off to all over the world as well. And I'd like sometimes do art on them and like make them, and you could say on your profile like the kinds of post-crossing postcards you wanted to get. And I'd try to, like, anytime I was out or anywhere, I'd try to collect postcards which maybe met like a niche. Like, there were loads of people who were super into trains. If you're into trains, I apologize for the face that I'm giving you right now. But I sent out loads of train postcards, like sort of Welsh ones. Also, rest in peace, polymer clay earring making. Like, I may whip out the polymer clay here in a little bit to like do a craft. Like, I think I have like a bit of a craft in mind for a purpose. I can't say. Has to be a secret. And I don't even know if I'm going to get to it. But I may sort of give it like a swan song send off and use up everything on this one project. Because it's been very nearly a year since I opened that shit as well. Like, I made some cool stuff with it in mind, and I still sort of wear that stuff sometimes. Like, my ears are a bit angry with like cheap metal now. But yeah, thus died of death. And also RIP crochet. Okay, I love crochet. I think it's cool as F. Okay, and I think there's a couple YouTube videos where I'm actually crocheting while I'm talking about stuff. But it's been basically a year since I even picked up any of my projects. I think there was like a blanket I was making in January. But even at that time I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. And then I put it away, I think, in January, and I haven't crocheted since. So, rest in peace, crochet. Okay, that concludes our year in hobbies. If you have thoughts about hobbies, please hit me with that heart. Okay, are there any hobbies you started this year? Are there any that died this year and now need a sad memorial? Okay, I love hearing about people's hobbies. Like, so many people I know, they don't have any hobbies at all. And I think that's, you know, fine for you. I'm not going to be like, you know, a crazy person about everyone having hobbies. But I feel like your life would be so enriched by hobbies. And then, like, you meet other people and they are like me and they have like 9,000. It's like, dude, that's too many hobbies. I feel like you should drop a couple of those. But anyway, talk to me about hobbies. Talk to me about your thoughts. I have to go to run club now, so I won't have time to vlog anymore or do any kind of craziness. So I'm going to end the vlog here, wrap it up. Tomorrow, I think we're going to talk about our fave books of the year. Shall we do it? Shall we? It's a bit early, okay, because it's cutting out the whole of December, but I feel good about it. Okay, I've had to think about it already. Should we do top 10 favorite books of the year tomorrow? We'll do it. Okay. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.